In 2024, my video business made over $1 million, and in 2025, I will scale to $1 million a month. The purpose of this YouTube series is to document the journey every single day of what that looks like. A little side note, I dropped out of high school. I don't have a diploma or a GED, but when's the last time a degree got you to $1 million anyway? As for today, I'm gonna share with you the scripting process I use to create ads that you can also use to go and implement with other businesses as well.
This is the payment processor that I just paid for our meal on. You know that guy? That look familiar? Wait, you know that guy? Oh, wait, I got another one for you. You know this guy? Wait, you ready for this? There's the wallpaper. That's crazy.
So I just got back from Eugene, Oregon yesterday shooting with a client, like 16-hour days, met a couple billionaires. It was a fun time. It was cold, it was cloudy, it was rainy, it was depressing, except for shooting with the client. We're back now. Beautiful, sunny Scottsdale. I love it here. That's why I moved here. So I'm about to go on a walk and basically fill out like a creative brief that I can then go use, combined with AI, to go and make some ads, a webinar, and a couple other resources for leveraged creators. And then we're gonna go film those, and I believe we have some ad campaigns to launch, so we might do that this evening. We have Ben as a client that we have to go launch some ad campaigns for. It looks like I'm going to go build out some data tracking for another one of our clients. Justin's campaigns, I believe we're launching tomorrow. I bought some really cool software that I'm excited to use for them and myself as well. That's where we're at.
Oh yeah, we're going to the coffee shop. And by the way, Cam is not kidding about meeting billionaires. He said that so casually, but I was literally sitting right next to a person and the guy was wearing all municipal or whatever that brand's called. And I was like, what, you just like friends with Mark Wahlberg? And he goes, yeah, I actually am. I'm like, all right.
I don't even know who that is.
I'm like, you don't know Mark Wahlberg?
No.
This guy. You know Mark Wahlberg?
Sorry, I dropped out of high school and I'm uneducated.
Mark Wahlberg is an actress, dummy, or an actor.
Actress.
He's an actor,
Bro,
bro.
the last time I watched a movie was last year.
He's in like one of the best Transformers. He's like hilarious. Can't think of a lot of other movies he's in, but he's a badass.
Great description. Now I know exactly who he is.
No, you know who this guy is. Mark Wahlberg. A picture.
Here's a little bit of an update. I had Tate come out here initially to come and help me on the client side with ads. But after hanging out with Tate further and understanding his personality better and understanding his strengths and weaknesses, I know that I would be underutilizing, not necessarily underutilizing, but like his personality type isn't in alignment with what I'm looking for, because his personality type's a lot like mine, right? So I need someone that's not like me to go and do what I need them to do. Therefore, Tate wouldn't be the best fit for that. So I do have something else that we're in talks of having him be a part of, which I'm really excited about. And the difference is with that, he gets to go and take almost full ownership of that. Whereas with what I was initially needing, it wouldn't be the case. And Tate's like sales kind of guy, like business owner, leader type of person. So it just didn't make sense to try and like put him under me in that capacity of like going and assisting with everything that I need on the ad side. So I had that conversation with him last night at the airport, and we're exploring some other avenues that he will be much stronger in, and that he'll be able to go and perform, which is more of his personality type, is, you know, the ability to go and perform and like delegate and lead and manage. I think he'll just have a lot more opportunity within that than the original idea, which happens. You got to pivot, you got to make the right decisions for the business, what's best for the business and what's best for the people as well. Like, I'm not going to put Tate in a role where I don't think he's going to be able to go and crush it. Thoughts?
I think that's just huge. And obviously, like when you first brought it up, I wasn't like necessarily the biggest fan of it, because it's like I was attractive to coming and running ads and learning AI and doing other things. But I think it's important as a leader and as a business owner to know, because ideally a lot of people know you better than you know yourself. And so like when you explain it the way you explain it, it makes complete sense. And I appreciate that. But I think it's a learning lesson for other people when they do go and like start hiring and delegating. It's important to know you don't necessarily want to bring someone on because that's what they want to do. You should bring someone on because that's what they're generally going to be good at. You know they're going to be passionate and doing that. It's not an easy choice. It's just a necessary one, because it's like Tate drove 18 hours out here. He expressed his original intention of what he wanted to do. It's like, am I still going to help him with what he's looking to learn? Yeah, absolutely. We've been doing that. But I also, it's my job as a coach and as a leader to push him down the right path and not be selfish as far as like, oh, like you would be way better over here, but like, yeah, I just want it over here and be limited, right? That's not who I am. That's not what I do. Like, I want him to go and win to his most potential. And so putting him under me would not be leveraging his strengths. And when I'm hiring or partnering, I'm hiring and partnering to my weakness. And Tate and I share a lot of the same strengths or weaknesses. And so putting him in a role that I'm trying to hire for that's my weakness just doesn't make sense. Instead, putting him in a slightly different role where he can go and really take advantage of his strengths makes sense.
I hired a coach to work with me and to help me with a couple things, and paid him a good amount of money and paying him more money as well because I value going and getting ahead faster. And so he gave me like a creative brief to fill out on my company. And so he told me how I should go and do this and basically just go and have a conversation and record the conversation, like answering the questions. And then as soon as I answer all those questions, which there's like maybe 10 of them, then dump that transcript into like Claude or GPT and give it the context of this creative brief and ask it for the answer around each one and then plug them in. So I'm gonna go spend 30 minutes to an hour going and like kind of filling this out. And then after that, I'll be able to go and use that to have better context when going and creating marketing material. So for about an hour, I walked in circles. Well, kind of like ovals, all kind of square, like rectangle with rounded corners.
It's called a track.
Yeah, we have a track, 10th mile track. I don't know how many times I walked around it, but however many times at a walking speed, I would walk around in an hour or 58 minutes. And for 58 minutes, I just yapped into my phone on exactly what our business is, how it helps people, outcomes, sales process, marketing, like all aspects of it, like complete, right? If you listen to that, you'll know exactly who our ideal customer is, who we help, how we help them, our program, everything. So I just yapped for an hour straight. A creative brief is what it is. This is something that the guy that I paid for mentorship is helping and guiding me with. And I went and created this creative brief, so it's an hour-long transcript. I fed it into GPT. I'm also going to feed it into Claude. And I am going and extrapolating out on all the things that I need to go and build the creative brief so I can use that to create ads. So I can use that to go and speak to my ideal customers. So I can use that to go and make a VSL. So I can use that to go and make better videos. So I can use that as an outline. So I can use that as a resource all the time, whenever I want. We'll have this massive resource that I can go and use to create more resources from. So it's like a marketing resource. So I spent an hour recording that transcript, and now I'm assembling the creative brief by going and prompting GPT to give me all of the different key points that I need in order to make it a good creative brief. So I have a template kind of that I'm following that the guy that I'm coaching / consulting with gave me, and that's where we're currently at. So like this just gave me a large summary, very large summary that I'm looking at it, of just one of the many things. Below is a thorough, multi-layered explanation of the gap between someone who's a good fit for Leverage Creator and their desired future state, as well as a step-by-step method for closing the gap. This is based on the core themes from your transcript, highlighting the mindsets, systems, and skills necessary to transform a struggling or plateaued freelancer into a high-earning filmpreneur. Pretty solid. So going over and adding that to the next step of the creative brief, and then on to the next.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do right now is I'm going to take you through my ad process. So earlier today I talked about writing a creative brief, which I did. I suppose I can just share that. So basically I was able to make a document with the help of AI. I'm not gonna run through this. I mentioned why earlier, but this is Leverage Creator creative brief, and it says what is the promise? So what Leverage Creator helps people do, and then what is the problem Leverage Creator solves? So I guess I'll read through this briefly. So this is a resource that I can go and use to make marketing material, right? So Leverage Creator creative brief. What is the promise of Leverage Creator? Transforming freelancers into high-earning filmpreneurs, shifting from selling creative outputs to selling business outcomes, installing a tracking and performance system, eliminating limiting beliefs and enhancing business acumen, building a path towards freedom and flexibility, becoming part of a community that amplifies success, developing the filmpreneur identity, and then pulling it all together. What is the main problem that Leverage Creator solves? Creatives speak a different language than business owners. Lack of defined tracking and outcome-based systems. Creatives lack the business acumen and confidence to charge more. Disconnect between what creatives think businesses want versus what they actually want. The knowledge gap in systems, tools, and mindsets, and so on and so forth. So I break down like pretty much everything all about Leverage Creator, you know, what it does, what it helps people achieve, and like the entire customer journey, right? And I'm able to do this because, you know, Leverage Creator is what it is so far. Like we have the students' results that we have and everything. So I'm like jittery right now because I just had a bunch of kratom. So I'm like dialed in. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you how I'm using AI to go and create ads for myself. Now, reality is with this, you could go and use this for yourself. You could go and use this for a client. And I'm gonna just use this, which I went ahead and as you can see, I created a knowledge base with this document and I gave it instructions here on how to go and use the knowledge base. And so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and scrape the ads from other like competition and similar that I like, and I'll show you how I go and scrape this, and I'm going to use these to go and create ads for myself that I can go and use to help grow and push Leverage Creator. And you might be saying, well, this is kind of an interesting YouTube video. Like, I'm watching you go and create ads to sell to someone like you that's watching this video. And the answer to that is yes. And the reason that I'm doing that is because we have a great program and we're actually helping people, and it feeds my agency too. So selfishly, when I go and do this, I go and pull in great talent into our coaching program, and there's always going to be people that want to run their own thing, and then there's some people that are going to see our vision and they want to be a part of our vision. And I'm always going to turn internally first before I go externally as far as hiring. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I have the creative brief. I'm going to find some other ad creatives that I can go and kind of copy, right? So the way that I'm going to do this is I know a handful of competitors already. So I'm going to go to Meta Ads Library, spelled that wrong, but go to Meta Ads Library. And the whole point of Meta Ads Library is to go and see what other businesses are running as ads, right? So I'm going to just go and create some creatives that I can go and use to go and gather that data and push to my landing page. So I like this guy's ads. Anthony, if you're watching, shout out. I think you have great ads. They're fantastic. So I'm going to go find an ad that I like. It's a video ad. Okay, so I actually like this ad right here. So what I'm going to do is copy the link to this ad. So I'm going to save this to Foreplay. Crazy name, but that's just what it is. Perfect. And then another one is full-time filmmaker. Let's see if there's any ads here that I like. No. Okay, so this guy, there was this ad, I think. No, it wasn't that ad. There was one ad that he had that I liked. Okay, this one, I like this one a lot. Okay, I already saved that one, so I'll end up using that one. I like that. I'm also gonna see if I can find Sam Colder. See if Sam Colder's running any ads. That's interesting. Okay, so now I'm just looking for, oh, Connor Rickey, this guy's a competitor. I think I'll take this ad. I'm just gonna save it. Let's see if there's anything else. So I'll snag this one. I'm gonna snag this one as well. Again, just finding competitor ads. I'm gonna go add this into basically a swipe file. I feel like I have a good amount to go off of. I would like to maybe find one more. This is an interesting angle. I kind of like this. I just don't know how long he's running it. Let's see if I can find this guy on Facebook. Let's see, he launched them back in October. Okay, these are pretty good. If your ads are active and they've been running since October, which is like 3 months, then it's like you wouldn't keep throwing spend at something that's not working. I actually like this a lot, so I'm gonna save this. These are solid. I'm gonna save all these. I think these are great. Definitely want to use these for context. Those are perfect. I'm glad that I found that. So now what I'm gonna do is I need the transcripts of all these ads. So I'm gonna go back to my swipe file. Now I have all these. This is great. It's been running for 92 days, 88 days, 92 days. Like, you're not gonna throw money at ads for 3 months if they're not working, right? And they're all active. I'm now going to create a new doc, and I'm gonna call this ads swipe. Now, ultimately, I do want to get to the point where I am creatively making my own ads, but in order to get there, I need data. So I need to go speak to my customers in a way that I can serve them, but I'm also going to take what's performing. I'm not going to reinvent the wheel. So I'm going to collaborate between competitors and my product and my creative brief to go and create something that I can run with, right? So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in and I'm going to take the transcript of this ad. Oh, it's interesting that transcript. Okay, so I'm just going to download this and then I'll transcribe it manually. Okay, so there's that. Let's see if this one has a transcript behind it. I'm just going to end up going and downloading these, and I'll get the transcript the hard way. It's hit or miss, unfortunately. These are pretty good ads. You don't want to be pulling from ads that are super new, that are clearly still being tested, right? 92 days, that's usually outside of like 2 weeks to a month. That's outside of a testing window. If it seems like the person actually knows what they're doing, and you can tell this by looking at the ad, by looking at the landing page. Let's see what this guy's. Okay, yes, this is a nice landing page. So, like, you can usually tell, like, this guy definitely seems like he knows a little bit more of what he's doing. Okay, so yeah, this one does have a transcript. At this point, though, I'm just gonna go and just transcribe all of them. I'm grabbing this one for sure. I think that's really all the context that I really need. So now I'm gonna head over to otter.ai. So what I'm gonna do is now I'm just gonna import all of these ads. So then just have all these transcribed. So I'll grab those transcriptions, and then I'm gonna take those transcriptions and I'm gonna basically put them into this swipe file, and I'm gonna go use that with the knowledge base to go and write ads. These are all the ones that I just did, so I want to go and select multi. So then I'll go export all of these. Okay, sweet. So I export this, and then it's gonna send me an email. Okay, so download this export, so I can just go and take these and just drop them in. Normally what I would do for these is I would go actually put them in the Google Doc, but I don't necessarily need to go and do that right now. Now I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to write some ads. So I'm actually going to create a prompt on my phone that I can then go and use to prompt within here. So I'm using my voice to prompt a prompt basically. So I'm gonna use ChatGPT to go ahead and create this prompt so that I can use it in Claude. Okay, so I want to create a prompt that I can send to Claude. This is gonna be sent in a custom knowledge base that contains the Leverage Creator creative brief. This is a brief that describes exactly what Leverage Creator is and our ideal client, how we would like to target our ideal client, and how we would go and speak to them, how we fulfill them, what our product looks like. It has all the information on Leverage Creator. My goal here is to create ads to push this product. This is a coaching program. You'll see it. Just read the Leverage Creator brief. Now, what I'm doing is I uploaded 10 TXT files, and these are all individual transcripts of video ads that are for a similar or competing offer as us. Some of them might push a lower ticket product, and some of them push like opt-in or coaching. But what I want to do is I want to use the frameworks of these existing performing ads, but I want to have all the information from Leverage Creator creative brief, and I want to create talking head meta ads so that I can go and run these to my coaching program, Leverage Creator. What I need you to do is create a prompt for me that I can go and send to Claude that will go and create these prompts. Also keep in mind that these ads should be match the same length roughly as the TXT files that I uploaded. That will be obviously within the Claude prompt that I'm going and prompting, but it should use these again kind of as a reference, but just retrofit with my information and make sure that it's relevant to Leverage Creator. Okay, so that's basically like a voice prompt that I'm gonna go use within Cam's brain, so it has the context of all my coaching calls and all my course material and all my YouTube videos when it's going and creating this prompt. Now I can let that finish, and then I'll pull that prompt up in GPT. So now head over to GPT, and then that project will be right here. So Leverage Creator ad scripts. So, okay, so now this is a prompt that I can go and send straight to Claude. Now, here are a handful of ads for my Leverage Creator coaching program with a lot of context. Hey videographers, if you're still selling cool videos instead of business results, this is why you're stuck at 2 to 3K a month, but don't click away just yet. Look, I get it, you're talented behind the camera, but clients keep ghosting you or haggling over price. Here's the reality. Business owners don't care about your fancy transitions or color grading. They care about one thing, ROI. That's why we built Leverage Creator. We teach videographers how to install tracking systems that prove exactly how many leads and sales your videos generate. Our students regularly go from earning 2 to 10K a month, even 30K months, because they can show clients real business results, not theory. We run our own agency doing over 100K months using these exact systems. So they want to learn how to transform your creative skills into a predictable high-ticket income? Click learn more, and I'll show you the exact framework we use to help videographers become ROI focused filmpreneurs. But don't wait, spots are limited. Yeah, like these. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to say put these in a text file and make sure the CTA is learn more. So now it should rewrite these and put them in a text file. Now, another thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to go and also do this in ChatGPT, and I'm going to see what ChatGPT outputs. So, okay, so I'm going to open all these, and then I'm just going to say, take all of these text files and organize them into one file. Okay, so I'm just taking all these and formatting them into one file. Now remake this for GPT. Okay, so I just remade that prompt. I'm gonna use this file, and I'm gonna go ahead and put these in here. I like the second one. Your clients might praise your videos, but is anyone actually paying you what you're worth? If not, here's the fix. I used to think great visuals were enough. Turns out clients only stay when they see real business results, more leads, more sales, more growth. In Leverage Creator, I show you exactly how to package and position your creative services to deliver measurable outcomes so you can charge higher fees and keep clients longer. Tired of lowball offers? Click the link below and learn more about Leverage Creator right now. I like that. That's a pretty good ad, actually. how I broke the 20K month barrier. I would probably change this to 10. Ever wonder what it actually takes to jump from 5K months to 20K or more as a video entrepreneur? When I was stuck in low paying gigs, the key shift was learning to tie my video services to my client's ROI. That opened the door to charging premium rates. In Leverage Creator, I teach you how to present your skills as revenue driven solutions, attract bigger clients, and scale fast without sacrificing the quality of your craft. These are actually really good. I like these a lot. I'm going to take these and I'm going to actually just go throw these in here. So this is just going to be creator. Okay, so it'll be GPT response and then be Claude response, Claude mini. And these are going to be like, basically what I'm going to say is these are great. Now make each script 50% shorter. And I'm going to do that for each model. So I'll throw that in the Claude Mini response, and then I'm going to throw this into the GPT response, then read these. Okay, so now I'm just going to run these by my team and see what they think. There we go. So that's my ad process. So I'm pretty happy with those. You don't want to overcomplicate it too much because I want to make sure I get good ads, but I also just need to go and get data, and then I can just refine from that data. So that's the thought process there.
Let's take it back to a time when we were so much in love, baby.